business, obviously, and entrepreneurship, because that's kind of what we focus on a little bit, helping people kind of grow their business and, follow their passion and their dream. And this young man, this black executive businessman has been following his dream, and he's found a great deal of success. He's produced plays, he's done a whole series, and he's really been in these streets, hitting the pavement hard, grinding it out, man. So I'm excited to talk to him and find out what's going on with him.
Wow, that sounds exciting, man. I'm excited now.
Don't say nothing, man. But I think I'm gonna get a part in the next series, bro.
You gonna get a part?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a part. I heard you already had a part in some bootleg movie, bro.
Yeah, I do got a part. I already got a part in the movie. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be in a movie called In the Beginning. It's gonna be a fabulous production. Blessed and honored to be in that. And after this interview, I'm sure I'm gonna be in the Red Hook as well. So.
All right, there you go. Without further ado, we'd like to bring out to our humble abode, our platform, my man, none other than Mr. David Quinones. And I hope I didn't mess up his name. Bring him on out, David Quinones. Come on out. How's everything?
Good, man. It's good to see you, man.
Yeah. Doing great. We're doing great.
We're gonna be feeling better when we get in the
It's gonna be pressure. It's gonna be pressure this whole time. Have a seat. Grab the microphone right there, and please sit down, man. Sit down and talk to us. So listen, tell the people a little bit about your background and how you got into what you're doing right now.
I'm a producer for our series we have right now called the Relic series.
Okay.
It's actually my partner John Arrington, who was the creator of it. He's the DP and the cinematographer for it, and the editor. We got together. He created this. He wrote the script. He sent it to me. I'm the casting director and producer, and we went into production, and that's literally what happened.
It's basically a series about the projects, Red Hook projects in Brooklyn, correct? So it's derived around that. So obviously it's fictional, yes. It's a fictional. Loosely based on some sort of real story.
That, yes.
Okay,
yes.
Loosely based on some real story.
It's a lot of stories. So I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm gonna be 50 years old.
Oh, so you're an old man gang for sure.
I bought my koozie for it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you're official.
During the 80s and the 90s, we saw a lot of stories. If people don't know, Red Hook is a real place.
Yeah, Red Hook is a real place.
If you know anything about Brooklyn, a lot of people didn't come to Red Hook. A lot of people came to Red Hook and didn't make it to Red Hook or didn't get a chance to get through Red Hook or whatever you call it.
I got a story about Red Hook.
Okay.
I went there, back in the days, and I bought some weed and I got out of there quick.
That's it.
I was out of there quick. They was like, yo, son, what's good? I was like,
smart move.
I went right back to the suburb.
Those days were those were the days that was very clear that people, you had to know somebody to come into Red Hook.
Yeah, you got to know somebody.
Nobody came to Red Hook. It's like off the skirts of what Brooklyn, South Brooklyn is actually real sad.
Some of our viewers say they got family there.
You from Red Hook? All right, cool.
Oh, so this is at home to you. This is close
home.
To your heart.
I grew up in Red Hook.
Nice.
Born and raised, and yeah.
Listen, I'm a Long Island boy. I got a question. You grew up in Red Hook, and that's considered projects, yes?
Yes.
Considered projects.
The largest projects in Brooklyn.
The largest projects.
The second largest projects.
Now, when you were growing up, did you feel unsafe? Did you feel like you were living in an unsafe environment, even as a resident of that?
Even coming out to Long Island to visit my uncles and going back, yeah.
So you knew the area that you were living in was dangerous, and you saw, I'm assuming, a lot of crime, a lot of violence, a lot of things like that.
More than that.
More than that.
Yeah.
Did that help influence the direction that you were going with your career?
No. You wanted to be a doughboy growing up.
Yeah.
Your aspirations. I grew up without a father. I had some great role models, but a lot of those guys was from the block.
Oh yeah.
And you wanted to be like the guys from the block. But what happened was, as I was in the block and I started to do what I was doing, I had somebody that cared enough.
Yeah.
Big brother that cared enough.
Yeah,
yoked me and my man up and said, listen, y'all ain't gonna be doing that.
Right.
I'll pay you to go to school.
Nice.
Y'all don't gotta do hand in hand. Y'all talented, because I grew up as a rapper. I started as a rapper.
Yeah. What was your rap name?
I can't do that.
Come on, man. Come on.
If I go through So you got to talk about the era, because we from the '80s.
Yeah,
so
it was something ski, right?
ski.
My name was Cool Chris Ski. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
was Greg Ski. Everybody was skiing.
Everybody was skiing in the late
How was
80s.
all these skis?
My sister actually, shout out to my sister Therese Richardson. She was a rapper. She was like in the hip hop days, like the Grandmaster Flash days. Like my uncle from out here too. Shout out to Ace. He was called Mr. Wonderful.
Nice.
So remember when you used to actually go to the park and you see a jam?
Yeah.
We used to go to the jams and you want to be like that. So my name was D Ski.
Yeah.
Then my sister's name was Chili T. And then I went to Chili D.
Yeah.
And then I went to, then I started going around my peers and then it changed.
Nice.
It changed. I got mature with my names.
Gotcha. Got
cool.
smart. Got smart.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. So you said your mentor
Yes.
directed you to go to school and helped you. Said, listen, he would even pay for it.
Yes.
Is that how you got into film? Is that
No,
the
I
direction,
started-
or that was just regular education that kind of helped lead you in that direction?
No. We were rappers. Everybody wanted to rap in the 90s.
Yeah, back in the day.
Of course,
I was a rapper too. I was a Long Island rapper.
This is
The
the
worst kind.
This
Yeah.
is the Cool G rap. This is the Cool G rap, Rakim, Kane, KRS era. And I'm a teenager going into the 90s, and then boom, here comes Wu-Tang, here comes the golden era. So we all was rappers.
Yeah.
No
And
doubt.
coming from Red Up, it was only a couple. It was Shabazz the Disciple, it was Hellraiser that was initially fathered into the Wu-Tang. They got into Wu-Tang, but we was like, it was, man. I was rapping and I was producing. So my man Hev, God bless the dead, he actually got us into
Damn, that's
one
Heavy
that-
D?
Nah, his name was Hev, Calvin
Oh,
McRae.
one of your guys.
His name was Hev. And my partner John and I, we've been friends since we was like 9, maybe before that. And we ended up being rap partners. He ushered us into that part. Y'all work on y'all talent. Well, how I got into filmmaking, John introduced me to film. So we have a history with music,
Okay.
and then it lasted for a while.
It just evolved into the
It
film.
all
Yeah.
falls into the same category, man. It's all entertainment.
Yeah.
It's all a way of expression.
Yes.
And you've been doing a great job with it. So that's dope. So listen, why don't you bring out your first guest, man? Who you want to
Sure.
bring? Who you want to bring out first?
I could bring out the lady,
Come on
Equashia.
the other side of the
Come on, Equashia. Equashia actually plays Ebony.
Ebony.
She's Ebony in the series.
Ebony.
Welcome to the Old Man Gang. How do you
Thank
feel being
you.
on a show called the Old Man Gang?
The young lady on the old man.
Beautiful
Gang.
young lady.
Yes, beautiful young lady on the Old Man.
Thank you.
What did you think when they say we're gonna be on the Old Man Gang? Were you like, what the hell is that?
I thought I'm gonna get some attention today.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely. But we have plenty of women in the Old Man Gang, so don't feel
Yeah.
out of place.
Yes.
Not that many beautiful ones like that, though.
Yeah, that's true. But it's very nice to have you on the show. So why
Yes.
don't you tell everybody a little bit about where you're from and what your role is in the series?
Yeah, so I'm actually from Long Island. I feel like I'm probably the only person in the Red Hook series that's not from
For
Brooklyn.
Oh, you from Long
Yeah,
Island.
you
Yeah,
repping
yeah.
You
Long
got
Island.
the island got to represent. You know what I'm saying? We got
But
talent.
I love Long Island, and there's a hood everywhere. So every different state or town has their own hood. So I'm from the hood of Long Island, which
What
is
part?
Roosevelt.
Roosevelt. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Roosevelt, Hempstead. So
I'm from Hempstead, so we grew up in
Yeah,
the same
yeah.
area.
yeah, so I yeah, so
Hempstead people.
I'm proudly from Roosevelt. I play Ebony. She just wants to take care of her responsibility. She just wants to focus on what she's supposed to focus on, but she has a little bestie, and she basically, Ebony is talented. She's a singer, but she doesn't look at it, as something where you're from the hood. You don't really see or future in things like that. You don't really
Right.
see that many people going somewhere, especially where we're from. So she's like, I don't know, it may not. But without saying too much, that's basically Ebony.
Does she have a love interest? Are you involved with anyone on the show? The main character, maybe? Do you get it popping in any of the episodes?
I mean, you have to watch.
Uh-oh.
So did you do any lip locking on camera? You can say that.
No,
No lip locking. Okay.
not yet.
All right.
Not yet.
So is this your first role as an actress, or have you have experience?
No, I've done like off-Broadway stage plays. I've also was casted as extras and as an extra in movies. I was actually casted as an extra in Spike Lee's Black Klansman.
Okay, nice.
I also did Flashes.
Shout out.
Yes,
That's-
shout out.
that's
I mean,
about film.
Flashes.
That's a production that you guys have?
Yes. That's actually how I got introduced to, John and Dave through hosting. What was it, Love?
We did a few films before that. Love Falling is the easy part, and Flashes. You go see it. It's on YouTube.
Yes.
And we actually, as a casting director, I paid attention to certain things. And Ebony, I call you Ebony.
No, yeah.
Ebony.
Ebony was what she was screaming to us. So Equashia fits that role, and it was easy for me to transition that role into the young Ebony.
Very nice. Very nice. Now, was it difficult for you to take on like this larger role, being that this is your first time being in like a larger production? And I'm assuming you had a lot of lines. Was it hard for you to kind of grasp, the process?
Not really, because the support system was there and the push was there. So we had a lot of meetings and, table reads before we actually started filming. So, we're like a family. So it was very easy to transition. And, we took the criticism and we took, because we knew it was growth. And we all believe in where the series is going. We see it way past,
Nice. So
what it is
David
now.
had it organized. It wasn't just like, all right, here's your script, take
No.
it, 3, 2, 1, go. That's amazing, man. And I'm really excited. I saw the trailer. I love the trailer. I'm excited to see your role, and let's bring out your next partner,
Yes.
your next coworker.
So I'm gonna bring out one of our detectives. His name is
12.
his real name is Lou Salvador. Come on, Louis, come out, Louis.
All right, Louis.
Louis,
He's actually Detective Albright.
I'm assuming this is Big Lou in the building.
Yeah.
How you feel? You from Brooklyn, right? You
Yes,
from Red
sir,
Hook
born and
You from
raised.
Red Hook Projects as well?
Not the projects. But I had family living. My mom's on Van Brunt Street, which is right next to the projects. But
Okay.
they call it the back.
Oh, the back.
So that's the back. Dave and them from different parts all around Red Hook.
So you playing 5-0 though, bro. You weren't a little nervous about playing a cop?
Nah,
Like,
I've
they
done
gonna
it
be like,
before.
yo, he the op right now, bro. How?
Nah, like we used to call it back in the days. It was a bajando. A lot of the guys used to be like bajando. That meant 5-0 was coming.
So are you driving like, are you in the police cars in any of your
Yeah, I
scenes?
actually have a car that looks like a detective's car.
You ever feel like just
So-
getting out and getting the back seat where you really belong?
Oh, stop it.
That's racist. Yo, what's the name of your character?
Detective Albright.
Detective
Albright.
Albright. Okay, and what is Detective Albright's goal?
Albright.
Albright.
Yeah.
What is Detective Albright's goal in the series? Like, who are you looking to arrest? Who are you looking to lock up?
Well, we're just trying to figure out what's going on because there's a series of things that go on during the series, and we're trying to investigate and find out what's really going on. You guys got to tune in,
Yeah.
We definitely
and
got
you
to.
really find out what's going on.
Are you one of those cops that is mad annoying, that is always showing up and asking questions? I hate those cops in the movies. Like, yeah, come on, we know you got something on. Like,
Yeah.
are you always there? Like, one of
You
those?
could say that. You could say that. Definitely, I take it a step further. But like I said, you just got to watch it because this kind of detective, he really don't take no shit. So it's not like a racial thing or anything like that. He just believes everybody's guilty. They
everybody's
need to
guilty.
be locked up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, one of those typical
What's that
cops.
like?
yeah. So I mean, if you go by past experiences, so that's.
So it
just
wasn't
channel
hard. Yeah, it wasn't hard for you to channel.
Oh no,
channel that.
I'm a chameleon. I could do pretty much any kind of role that you ask for.
Lou is actually a veteran actor.
Yeah.
He's been around for a minute.
So tell us a little bit
Wait,
about
what you
some of the
doing, man?
projects you've been in.
Oh man, we go back to the '80s. I was could have been in The Last Dragon, but I was young enough and I was like ready to go to be into the martial arts scene with the kids, and my dumb ass was like, I don't want to do this. and I didn't go. So
Wait,
that
The
was-
Last Dragon with Timac?
Yes.
Oh, I love that
Who's the
movie.
master? So it was like,
Sure enough.
so it was like,
So no.
They had
got
no karate shoes
Ca-
back in the day.
catching bullets with your teeth. What's the next line?
Didn't they have karate shoes back in the days? You
Yeah,
remember
for
that?
real.
Yeah, the brown bottoms.
Yeah, man, with the
make
brown
you flat
bottoms.
feet when you grow older. So
You feel all the rocks.
yeah, so you
All
know,
the rocks.
I caught the bug watching that movie. I actually watched it down on Fulton Street. That's a place that we used to all go and shop. There was the Duffield Twin. There was the Metropolitan. There was a bunch of them on Fulton Street.
Yeah.
So when I went to go see the movie, I was like, damn, I could have been in this.
That could have been me.
And
Yeah.
being a little kid, I was just like, oh, I want to do this. I want to do this. And not till years later, when I started doing just background roles like New York Undercover, Law and Order, the
Wait a
original.
minute.
Wait,
These
Law
sound
and
like
Order?
all cop shows, man.
They,
Did you want to
true.
be a cop or something?
No.
You see why I casted it?
Yeah. Yeah, he's
I
been
think
around.
he always wanted to be a cop, but his record was too
He's
long.
got, he's got the
I got-
Brooklyn-esque.
I got the cleanest record here.
Your record is clean?
I got the cleanest
let's be
record
clear.
here.
I'm
They
the-
from Brooklyn, so that's not saying much.
I'm the only one.
Me and Lou went to junior high school together.
Yeah,
Nice.
we went to 142
Nice, man.
junior high school.
So
together.
wait, Law and Order SVU?
Yeah, just to name
She's
a
a big
few.
fan.
that
Camilla is a
raised,
big fan.
you know, all the 50 Cent shows, except for Force, the one in Chicago. Of course,
Yeah.
couldn't get on that.
Yeah.
But all of those shows, most of the sitcoms that you see on TV that are filmed here in New York,
Yeah.
I've been on. I've done background. I've done multiple jobs, PAs,
All right, so
lighting grips.
I'm gonna ask you a deep question, right? So you've been in this industry for how many years would you say? At least 20 years.
On and off, more than 20 years. Yeah.
Now, would you consider yourself to be a working actor?
Oh yes, definitely.
Okay. Now, I had this conversation with Greg and a couple of his comedian friends, how you transition from being a working actor who is, you know, kind of struggling to get gigs and, you know, making money at whatever, you know, little jobs you get here and there, to being an actor that is, you know, well respected and well requested and able to make money strictly off of your craft. Do you find yourself to be in a position where you can elevate to that next level, to where you can strictly make money off of your craft, only act and have nothing else to do?
Well, to be honest with you, that's how I'm making my living now.
Nice.
I started off really helping out film students, like in colleges, and they would ask me for advice because I would take any job on any set, on any production. So these people would ask me for advice, and I would just come on. A lot of times you go to those places and they'll pay you by, at the time, a MetroCard or a token, just to get there,
Just
or
to get
food.
there. Yeah.
But you know, when they ask me, "Oh, can you read this script and see?" Anything they asked on set, you know, the students. I'm here for everyone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Nice.
saying? I want everybody to do well and prosper. You know, it's not a thing about, oh, about me. I see people like that. I'm not with that.
Nice.
I'm with the family type of it. You know, like I know Dave, like you said, since junior high school, even before that probably. But it that's always been me. You know, always about promoting everyone. Like if I'm winning, he's gonna win.
Yeah.
You gonna win. You gonna win. She's gonna win.
Nice.
Wow, you
That's
sound
how
like the
it's gotta
police.
be. That's how it's gotta be.
He said, you're under arrest. You're under arrest.
You get 5 years. You get 7 years. You get off with a
Nice,
warning.
man.
Yo, he's talking junk, and he's the only one that hasn't been arrested.
Yeah.
Dave, if
Right?
you ever need,
I've been upstate.
you ever
I've
need
done-
some more cops, you can use Detective Mike Lowry and Detective Marcus Burnett over there.
Oh, there you go.
Cast
Mike
them.
Lowry. There you
Mike
go.
Larry.
They over here looking like
Wow.
cops already, so.
Exactly. You know, detectives, all right?
Detectives,
you're right.
Don't
We need
no
detectives.
cops look this good, bro.
No.
Speak for
Oh my
yourself.
God.
All you need is one of y'all with a toothpick. Fine.
There you go.
Lollipop, toothpick.
Cast.
Before you go, right?
Right.
Listen, we do skits. I mean, if you've seen our page, we do a lot of
Yeah, I've
skits,
seen.
and most of our skits are just off the top of the head. So we're gonna put you on the spot
Right.
Oh,
before we're done with the episode, and we're gonna come up with an idea for a skit and see how it goes.
No doubt.
All right,
I'm
so
with it.
we're gonna do that because that's what we do. We just throw people on the spot. But in the meantime, Dave, why don't you bring out your next guest, man?
All right, so our last guy we bringing out here, he's kind of yeah, you're gonna like this guy.
Okay.
This is our brother Yuma Ketter. Yuma.
Ketter.
Yuma.
Right here. Bring him out.
All right, so definitely you from Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, Red Hook, Brooklyn. My name
Red
Yuma, coming straight out of Red Hook. Yeah, it's going down, man.
No doubt, I know it's going down, man. So how long you been acting, man?
For about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Now I'm just playing. Couple of weeks, a short time.
I was like, damn, he got put on that fast.
Yeah, he playing. You know what I'm saying? He got.
Actually he's a first comer.
Yeah,
First time on camera.
yeah.
Actually a natural.
Nice.
Oh, he's a natural.
Nice. How do you like it so far?
I love it.
How did you like the experience?
The experience is definitely new. It's different. I'm working with a lot of good cast members that's familiar with the lay of the land, and they helping me out. So I feel like I've been doing this for years,
No doubt.
which I haven't.
I'm convinced right now that you got, you know what I'm saying, you from Brooklyn, you got it down, son. I get it.
Yeah, man. They've been doing it for forever. For my
And you
whole-
just thought that he'd be ideal for the character that he's playing.
He fits the role.
What character are you playing?
I'm playing a character named Yuma. He got some issues to get off his chest.
You get to put hands on anybody?
He might.
Uh-oh.
He might.
Wait a minute. Did you have to, channel some of your other people? Where you channel all this evilness from? You know what I'm saying?
I channeled it out of the inner Yuma.
This came in the end.
Yeah.
I'm about to give you my money right now.
I thought I was going to give you my money. I thought you were going to come with the offering plate or something with me. I was going to say,
Close the doors.
Yeah.
Close the door.
Close the door.
No doubt, man.
But yeah, man, David knew me for a long time. He knew they got it figured out. This is beyond me, the cast. They got it like who they gonna use for what part.
Right.
What fits right for this character. And I guess for this particular character, it's only one person that could do it.
And that was you.
That's it.
Did he meet and exceed your expectations for this role?
Yes. If you saw the trailer, the opening scene is Yuma.
Right.
The man that's shooting the guy on the floor, that's Yuma. So in the series, you're going to get to see peaks and valleys of what Yuma is. And you're going to get to see what everybody's role predicts what the series is going to be, because it's a series.
Yeah.
So we can't throw everything at you. Otherwise, we would have did the movie.
Right.
But this is a series that's going to give you so many emotions. So we've been around the block a little bit, right? Me and my partner, John, we've done a couple films and we've learned our lessons. And the way that we had to predict this series, we had to cast them in a way that we knew that it could last. You understand what I'm saying? So Yuma fits this character so much because, like he said, I knew him since he was a kid. He wasn't always an actor.
Yeah.
So we had to get some grit. We had to get some bottom to the series. It's not like we couldn't have found a different actor or something.
Yeah.
But a couple of years before this, Yuma was acting, Dave, let me get in the series. Let me get in the shoot. Let me get in the movie. And I'm like, all right, bro, I got you. Just practice. Just keep practice. Watch YouTube. Get you a acting 101. Do something. And he basically, this role basically fits him.
Yeah.
So he got to channel it.
You stuck to it, waited it out. And wait, are those Red Hook series hats?
So this hat, this is one of our sponsors. Shout out to Rich Clinton.
Right.
This is my little brother's hat company,
But
he's a clothing company.
I'm wondering, like,
Is there another one?
where the old man gang hat at? Like,
Get no hats?
we didn't get no hats.
Oh man.
Next time, don't worry about it.
I didn't even know he was coming with his hat.
Next time.
But-
But you know the good thing
That's
is?
a dope hat. Shout him out again. Who is it?
It's Rich Clinton.
Rich
Check this out,
Clinton.
man. It's a
Support
series.
my brother, man. Rich
Yeah,
Clinton,
Rich
man.
Clinton.
Rich Clinton.
Going to the top.
Yeah.
You know that.
Now a series, right? That means that there's always new characters. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
There's always time for
That's
new
a fact.
talent to come into the scene. You know what I'm saying?
I do want to say this though, because
You
a lot
know what? That'd be cool. You don't remember
you crazy.
what's that brother from The Wire? Brother Musain? Brother Musan.
Yeah, brother.
He wasn't nothing to play
Oh
with.
yeah, I just saw a clip from that where he shot Method Man.
Dressed up all nice and
Clean like that.
he wasn't
He
nothing.
pulled out the gap, pop, put that shit right back.
Listen, man.
Right back like it was nothing.
So I want to let people know this. This is a real series. Like, we're real serious about it. So it's a script. It's actual, it's not rehearsals, but these are talented actors, right? And they all feed off of each other.
Yeah.
And we're not telling people, you know, stand right there and say this and do this.
Yeah.
We allow them to channel the character, like sort of like method acting, and we allow them to improv on their acting. So of course you got scripts, of course you got things like that, but they have a chance to channel the actor or
And use
channel
their own creativity in order to make the character and the
allow
scene
you
better.
right. So it could feel right.
Nice.
And
For real.
you know, shout out to our director Marlon Reed. They're being allowed to bring the character out as best as they can.
Nice. That's dope. Question again for you, Dave. What made you decide to do a series instead of a movie? I know the series is a big thing now, but you know, movies are still hot. People are still watching it.
We've done a couple movies already. John wanted to shout out to my bro John. He felt a little sick. He was supposed to be here, but he wanted to channel this series. Right, we did a series some years ago. It was called South Brooklyn.
Okay.
We had to change it up a little bit and couple it into today's time, sort of like the same thing, but it was really, really good.
Right.
And he re-scripted it, and when I read it, I was like, we got to do it. It's, you know, we got over 20-some actors in it, several locations. You know, it's the reason why we wanted to do a series is because it's missing. You know, you have these other series that's out, you know, these different web series that's out, but we don't think of ourselves as a web series. We think of ourselves as an actual TV show where we could be on Channel 7 or 4
Now,
or
where
CBS.
can this be found at? Where can people watch it, and when is it going to premiere? So they can
we're
know when
trying
to look for it.
we're trying to screen it. We're
Okay.
going to screen it first, whether it be private or public. We're going to screen it during the spring, probably next month.
All right.
And right after we screen it, we're going to start showing the episodes.
Gotcha. Now, will it be available on YouTube?
So far, yes. We have a channel. It's called Real Block Pictures on YouTube.
Real Black
And
Pictures.
yeah, I'll send you guys a link so y'all can put it up.
Absolutely.
Tap in, guys.
Tap
please.
in.
Now, with this series, now is this something that you would look to get picked up by a major production company in order
Definitely.
to get, in order
They
to
already
get money?
looking. They're already looking from the trailer.
All right. So do you have to shop that, or do you just hope that somebody hears about it, or is it about connections? Like, how does that work?
All right, so when you pitch in the series, you do have to shop it. You do have to go through your channels. You have to have your TV Bible. You have to know what your series is going to be doing from the first season to the second season, possibly third season, what your demographics are, you know, who do you think is going to go to in the retrospect of what neighborhoods.
What would be your ideal setting for this? Like ideal, network or your situation?
It could
Where
be
do you
on-
see it going? What would you like it to do?
We would love it to be on a major network, you know, major network or a streaming service.
Gotcha.
Me personally, I would love it on Peacock.
Peacock.
I would love it on something like Hulu,
Yeah.
you know, something like that.
If it did go on one of these major networks, would you be afraid that they would?
You try to water it down or something.
Exactly. That's
No.
what I was trying to say.
No, I wouldn't be afraid.
Because you know, when networks get a hold of something, they tend to have their own executive that say, "All right, well, listen, that looks great, but we'd love it if you did this."
No, because we wouldn't go with it.
Okay, so you
And
want
it's-
to still have a lot of the creative control. That's really important to you.
It's we already shot a season.
Yeah.
It's already a strong presence. Like, so we already have an organic following. What I'm seeing, we're touching, like we got actors. Our main actor, shout out to Marc Shyst. He plays a character named Porter. He's actually from Washington, D.C.
Phillip P Porter, right?
Phillip P Porter.
Phillip P
Our
Porter.
female lead is Cheyenne Smith, aka Shy, aka Method Man's daughter.
Okay.
She's from Staten Island. We're bringing some of that. One of our actors are from Atlanta. One of our actors are from Paterson, New Jersey. Shout out to Zaza.
So you're
we
spreading out, you know.
So it's different dialects, different types of things going on. We definitely got Brooklyn in the presence. We definitely got Red Hook. It's all Red Hook. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's not the only actor from Red Hook. We got, like I said, we got over 20-something supporting roles.
All right, well, listen, we're going to have you guys sit around for a little bit when we're going to get into our segments. So you guys are going to enjoy that. We're going to throw it to you, Greg. why don't you get it off your chest
Get it
and
off
tell
my
them
chest.
what's been on your
Now,
mind.
today's Get It Off My Chest is about you, Chris.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Because I've been watching you with your new suits.
Uh-huh.
And I'm wondering how the hell you get your arm in these tight ass jackets. You need to get this suit off of your chest.
Wow. Yo, you see what kind of
No,
hater
the
I
suit
got?
looks good.
No, you look good, man.
Thank
look
you,
good,
Carmela.
The
Thank
suit
you,
looks
Carmela.
good.
Now, today's Get It Off My Chest is you really got to celebrate yourself sometimes. Because sometimes in life, you know, things happen to us and for us. And we like look at our phone like, who we gonna call like to celebrate? Sometimes you just gotta celebrate yourself, man. Because the people that you think are supposed to be happy for you are not always gonna be happy for you.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Unfortunately, that's not the way it works, man. Like you guys have become successful, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, if it blows up and everything, you're gonna go around and be like, oh, everything good, but then people gonna be like, ah.
You expect the people that's close to you to
You gotta
support
be
you
prepared,
too.
man, because all the people that you want to support you are not gonna support you, man. They say if you want to get rich, it's not gonna be your friends and family, it's gonna be strangers. You know what I'm saying? But it should be your friends and family, man. So today's Get It Off My Chest is try to support each other, even though jealousy can take over. Because sometimes I be a little jealous and shit. You know, you got a little muscle. You know what I'm saying?
See, it all comes out now, right?
We gotta keep it real, you know what I mean?
I
But we
told
always
you,
gotta
I
celebrate
invite
each
you
other,
to the
man.
gym anytime you want to come.
I ain't got time. I'm too old for that.
You see that? You see that?
You know what I'm saying?
You're
I'm
not
still in
too
good shape
old.
for an old man. But today's Get Off My Chest is celebrate yourself, man.
Nice.
No matter what.
I respect that.
Gotta
Absolutely.
celebrate
That's good
yourself.
stuff. So, you got my music queued up? So,
You got music? Wait a minute.
Yeah, he's a little superhero.
I have my own music now. See, I got my own segment music. Now, it's time for a moment with Dr. Chris.
Oh, God.
Whatever. Today's moment with Dr. Chris is about perception. Everybody will have a different perception of you based on your surroundings or your environment. You know, you could be at home and they'd perceive you as, you know, the fun-loving parent, or you could be at work and they perceive you as the loud, obnoxious person, or you're around your friends and you're the quiet one. But regardless of how other people, you can't control the way that they receive you. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the level of respect and the level of integrity that you have for yourself, because no matter how hard you try to make somebody look at you a certain way and make you believe that you're a nice guy or that you're a good person, you can't do that. You can't control what somebody is going to believe about how you are. And the only thing that you can do is just carry yourself with respect, with dignity. There's no way that you can control how people perceive you.
Wait a minute. That sounds just like my Get Off the Chest in a little doctor.
No,
but that's true, man.
No.
I understand, man.
No, but it's true, because
true. It really
I have, and my friends know I have a problem with wanting to be the nice guy. You know, I'm a nice guy, and I don't like to be looked at as a bad guy. So I'll always try to appease people. I'm like, no, but maybe I'll just tell them, you know, live your life with respect, dignity, and integrity, and then let the people around you believe whatever they're going to believe. And that was a moment with Dr. Chris.
Okay, Doc.
All right?
All right, good. I need a prescription after that.
Exactly. And Camilla, I owe you an apology because we skipped right over your current events, but we got a little bit of time, so let's see what's popping and keep up with Camilla right now. Camilla, what's going on in current events today?
You know Trump put tariffs on everybody.
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 Because I went to the weed man, and eighth was like $50. Man.
That's some bullshit.
Tariffs on the weed?
That's some bullshit.
Tariffs on
it's
weed,
coming.
I don't think so.
It's coming.
But I think he's going to raise China's tariffs to 104%.
So how is that going to affect us?
You know how much chicken wings gonna cost?
How's that going to
It's
affect
going
us?
to be bad. China's not backing down. So
It's going
Say
to
goodbye
affect
to
Timo and
Temu.
Sheen. That's what it's going to affect.
So you ain't going to never have no more new suits, bro.
Oh, man, that's
Timu's
my
going to be
last
shut down.
suit.
Yeah, exactly.
Last suit I'll ever wear.
That's the last suit.
Timu is my spot, man. Timu got
yeah,
nice
it's
suits.
going to be sad. It's going to be sad.
What else we got going on?
Let's talk about something good. UConn won the championship game.
UConn girls team won the NCAA championship, right? Shout out to them. Congrats to UConn. They've got a lot of championships under their belt.
Yeah, local talent, UConn.
It was 82-59.
That's a
82.
big win, too.
Blow 'em out.
So they blew them out. Very nice, very nice. What else you got?
And also,
What about the men's game? Houston, with that comeback, did you see that?
I did not.
I didn't see the game.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Houston lost.
They lost, but
No.
they had a good comeback. But they made it to the championship. It was a great comeback.
Respect.
They lost to Florida, yeah.
Yeah, everybody can't win.
Well, that's what I say, Carmelo, but I still win every day.
Oh, all right.
What else you got?
Okay, we're going to talk about this whole thing with the National Park Service, they altered the Harriet Tubman exhibit.
Oh, they altered the exhibit? What they
What,
do to it?
what was the exhibit
Well, it
originally?
was a picture of her, and it had a quote underneath. They just removed it altogether.
Okay, now, how do we feel about that? Was there, uprise? Was there complaints?
I
was
haven't
there?
heard that much feedback
They
on
took it
that.
down?
They want us in the streets acting a fool. You can't protest everything.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you can, but will it do any
What
good?
is it doing? They had that march. They had protests all weekend.
Yeah.
What
okay.
did that do?
Not much. Not much. All
Right? They're not disrupting anything. You should be doing it on a weekday when you're disrupting the work week.
Is that it? Anything else?
I think that's it.
Well, listen, we got to wrap it up. Again, I want to thank our guest, our lovely young lady that came, Equashia, Yuma, David, and Lou.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming out. We're definitely going to stay tuned to what you guys got going on. And any other projects that you have individually, please feel free to reach out to us. And we will definitely support it and shout it out because it's all about support. We got to support each other, man, in order for us to be successful. It don't hurt. It's free to support people more often than not, man. And if you're going to buy something, you might as well buy from somebody who you mess with.
What about child support? That's not free.
Yo, shut the hell up. Shut the hell up.
All right.
But again, we had a great response to the show tonight. We appreciate y'all for watching. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. And until next time, stay healthy, stay strong, and stay safe. Old Man Gang out.
Out.
Peace.
Shout out to Red Hook.
Red Hook.